Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like someone was trying to bait you? Like they're dangling their presence in front of you just enough to make you wonder if you should text them first, call them, check on them. But something in your spirit is screaming, "Don't fall for it." Yeah, this is one of those messages, and if it's for you, you already feel it in your gut. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Someone out there desperately wants your attention. But instead of just being real with you, they're playing games. Petty games. Like, let me act distant and see if they'll chase me type of games. What they didn't count on? You're not the same person you used to be, you're not desperate, and you're definitely not bored. This isn't your first time on this emotional roller coaster. You've been through the whole breadcrumbing strategy before, people showing just enough interest to keep you around, but not enough effort to build anything meaningful. You've played that game, and you've officially retired from it. Now, instead of chasing anyone, you're chasing peace. You're chasing stability. You're chasing your goals, your growth, your quiet mornings with coffee and no drama. That's what excites you now, not confusion wrapped in flirty emojis. The truth is, they expected you to fold. They expected that silence would make you spiral. But you've surprised them, because you're not reacting. And your lack of reaction is driving them crazy. They've used this trick on others, and it worked like a charm. But you didn't bite, you stayed silent, you stayed grounded. You know why? Because you've done your healing. You've learned how to see manipulation coming a mile away. That's what life taught you. And the version of you that would have chased after half-effort energy, that person doesn't live here anymore. They're watching you, wondering why their little tactics aren't working. They're stalking your stories, liking a random post to stir up confusion or pretending to accidentally bump into you in digital spaces. But here's the thing. They don't realize how much you've evolved. You used to give people benefit after benefit of the doubt. You used to justify their behavior. Maybe they're just going through something. Nah, these days your peace is expensive, and games like this can't afford them. Let's call it what it is. Emotional baiting. It's manipulation with makeup on, and it's not love. It's not connection. It's control. These kinds of people don't actually want to build with you. They want to distract you. They want to use your emotional energy like a gas station. Fill up, then leave. And here's what's wild. They're not even hiding it well. You can feel the push-pull energy from them. 1 minute they're sweet, the next minute they vanish. 1 minute they're liking everything. Then boom, ghost town. Why? Because they want you confused. Because if you're confused, you're easier to control. But you're not confused. You're clear, crystal clear. You know who you are now, you know your worth. You know that your time is valuable. You know that peace is better than potential. And because of that clarity, you're not reaching out. You're not playing detective, you're not decoding subtext. You saw the game, and instead of playing it, you walked away from the board. Let's talk about the deeper truth. This person doesn't bring expansion. They don't challenge you to grow. They don't add anything to your life. In fact, if you're honest, being around them feels like trying to run in a dream, exhausting and pointless. They're not looking to pour into you. They're looking to extract your time, your wisdom, your creative ideas, your energy. And the second you stop feeding that supply, they move on to the next person. You're not a person to them, you're a resource. That's why this message is your reminder to block, delete, unfollow, unsubscribe. Not just digitally, but energetically. Because if you leave even a small opening, they'll slide back in with "hey, stranger" energy, acting like they care when really, they just want control. They're hoping you break the silence first. But let me tell you something powerful. When silence is your boundary, chaos can't enter. Let them wait. Let them sit with it. Let them wonder why their usual tricks don't work on you. You've leveled up too far to be dragged down by petty games. Your focus is locked. Your heart is guarded. Your peace is protected. And your energy? That's sacred. Keep being nonchalant. Keep minding your business, keep leveling up in silence. Because the real power isn't in what you say, it's in what you refuse to entertain. So let them chase silence. Let them feel the consequences of playing games with someone who finally values themselves. Because the person you're becoming, they couldn't even handle you now if they tried. And if nobody told you lately, I'm proud of you for not falling for it, for breaking the pattern, for choosing peace over patterns. That's growth, that's strength, that's freedom. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, I come to you today with a heart seeking strength, not just the kind that helps me endure, but the kind that helps me stay true to who I am. When old patterns try to call me back, when familiar games begin again under new disguises, I ask you to anchor me in truth. Let my desire for peace be louder than the pull of chaos. Help me to walk forward without looking back. Shield me, Lord, from temptations that come dressed as desire. Let me not be fooled by what glitters but lacks substance. Help me recognize the difference between passion and distraction, between chemistry and confusion. I want connections that feed my soul, not ones that drain my energy. When my intuition softly speaks, whispering, "This isn't real love," give me the courage to listen, even if it contradicts what my heart wants to believe. Teach me to trust that inner knowing, to honor the wisdom you placed within me. Let me walk away before false hope turns into deeper hurt. Lord, give me boldness to block out manipulation, to call out emotional games for what they are, not with drama, but with quiet strength. I don't need to match anyone's chaos. I only need to stand firm in peace. Remind me that walking away from confusion is a form of self-respect, not surrender. Keep my heart soft, God. I don't want bitterness to build walls, but help me build solid boundaries that protect my spirit. May I learn to say no without guilt, and yes only when it truly aligns. Let my softness be strength, not weakness. And when I choose silence over explanation, remind me that I am not running. I am protecting my energy. Silence is not an invitation for mistreatment. It is a boundary, a declaration that I owe no one access to me if they do not approach with clarity and care. Help me choose alignment over attention, authenticity over applause. Let me no longer perform for approval or chase validation that's empty. I want to be known for who I truly am, not for who others expect me to be. I want to feel free in my skin, not trapped in someone else's storyline. Lord, help me stop mistaking pursuit for purpose. Just because someone chases me doesn't mean they're meant for me. If a connection confuses me more than it comforts me, then it's not love, it's distraction. Teach me to recognize that peace is confirmation. Thank you for the clarity to release what no longer honors me. Thank you for helping me see through charm that lacks character and promises that come with patterns. Thank you for showing me what no longer belongs and giving me the strength to finally let it go. And as I continue walking forward, may I never again feel guilty for choosing myself, for protecting my peace, for honoring my evolution. I am not selfish. I am healing, and I know that every step away from the wrong thing brings me closer to the right one. Amen. If this message hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment if you've been dodging manipulative energy lately, and share this with someone who needs the reminder. You're not chasing, you're attracting, you're evolving, and the right people won't play games, they'll match your energy.